Hello and welcome to the Pickle Jar. My name is Josh and in today's video I'm going to show you how to paint Salamander skin. Hi guys, welcome to the video. If you're new here, then be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all the tutorial videos that we're releasing in the future. So this week I'm back with another tutorial video, and this is one that's been requested quite a few times, and it is how to paint salamander skin. Now, one of the reasons that salamander skin is quite difficult to paint is because it is black, and it is quite difficult to paint black without it looking grey when you're trying to highlight it and show shadows and highlighted areas and things like that. It's very difficult because if you go that little bit too far, it will just come across as grey. If you are using this sort of method for characters or anything a bit more important than just your normal troop guys, put a bit more effort into the highlighted areas. They're usually a bit more detailed as well, the faces, so it should be a bit easier to pick out those highlighted areas. The other thing that I want to say just before we get started with the tutorial is that because this is black with some very, very dark grey highlights, and because I record everything and take photos of everything using my iPhone, it's very difficult to show off the finished product. Now, I've done my best. The photos, you'll be able to see where the highlights are and things like that, but this is one of those videos that really would benefit from a better camera. Unfortunately, that's not a position that I'm in at the moment. Maybe next year at some point, once I upgrade my equipment, I will redo this tutorial. But for now, this is what I'm working with, and you are able to see what I'm doing in the video, but I just wanted to point that out before we carry on with the tutorial. So without any further ado, here we go with the tutorial. So I primed the head in Citadel Chaos Black and then took some Eshin Grey and using that for my first layer, and all I'm doing here is I watered it down, so I'm putting on a nice thin layer and I am just covering the majority of the head in this. I'm leaving some of the recessed areas, so the eyes, the jawline, and a couple of bits just around the extra headgear that he's got on. Leaving them in the black, but covering most of it in the grey. Once that was done, I then took some watered down Abaddon black. Now you can use Null Oil for this instead, as it is a wash. But I took some Abaddon black, I watered that right down, and then just washed that over into the recessed areas just to blend between the Eshin Grey on the previous layer and the black that I want in the recessed areas. Once that was on and dry, I then took some Stormvermin fur, proceeded to do the next highlight level. Now I'm concentrating on the eyebrows, the jawline, the nose, mainly the raised up areas, so not covering up the entire face as I did on the previous layer. Once that was done, I finally took some Celestra Grey. Again, watered this down quite a lot so that it wasn't going on too thick, and proceeded to just do a final bright highlight on the eye ridge, the nose, and the cheekbones. I also added a final highlight just to the top of the head. As he's got a shaved head, usually these are a bit shinier than normal, so I decided it needed one final bright highlight up on the top. Now I added this dot and then watered it down and sort of wet blended this into the previous layer. Once all that were done, I added some final detail bits of the metallic communication that he's got on and the red eyes, and that is that skin finished. So there you go guys, that is how to paint salamander skin. As I said, it's a nice, quick, easy method on how to paint your rank and file troops. Again, if you're using this sort of paint method on sergeants or characters or anything like that, just spend a bit more time. They usually got more detail on the faces, so it's easy to pick out those highlighted areas. Ignore the eyes because I'm terrible at painting salamander eyes. Still not mastered it. So as I've said at the beginning of the video, it's not the easiest thing to get across in video and photos, especially using the equipment I'm using. But I'm hoping that if you do follow this tutorial, you will see the results for yourself. They do look much better in person. If you are following this tutorial yourself, obviously I've gone through all the paints that I've used during the tutorial, but there is also a full list down below in the description. This week on the Community Spotlight, I am back with yet another Salamander submission, and I thought it was fitting to show off this submission by Tinky Miniatures. I'm showing this one off because he's got a couple of guys without the helmets on there, so it's showing off some nice salamander skin. Now, I think that the flames on the banner look absolutely fantastic. I love these bases, and I'm actually doing a tutorial on rocky lava bases next week, so stay tuned for that. But these are absolutely fantastic. The green is lovely, the highlighting and the detail is brilliant, and these are a really nice job. And these are painted by Tinky Miniatures. If you can go find them on Instagram at the link down below in the description. If you want to see one of your own miniatures featured here on the Community Spotlight, be sure to send an email to the email address down below in the description with a picture of the miniature you want showed off, along with a link to your Instagram or Facebook page. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And if you are new to the Pickle Jar, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. You can get in touch with us via Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. All our social links are in the description down below. That's all from me, and I'll see you next week with another video.